are watching the ETN.
Hello and welcome in to Boulder, Colorado, here at Boulder High School for our first ever lacrosse broadcast here on the Erie Tiger Network. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. We are so excited to bring this to you. Of course, our plans kind of changed. We were planning on having the Overland game. That was moved or canceled, rather. Then we wanted to get the inaugural lacrosse game on air, and that is what we're doing here tonight up in Boulder. Brandon Bird here with you. Joining me for at least this first quarter of play is Carter Moak. And Carter, you're part of this program, first year program. A lot of people in the building excited, a lot of people across the district excited. Just explain to us the feeling amongst the team when you were walking out there on the field, and just the juice is going through everyone right now anticipating their first game.
No, I felt it was really positive, really energetic. You could just hear them from the locker room from like 15 feet away getting our end game talk. So I feel like it's really energetic. First year program, we have like 3 times more players than the other team, so I feel like we're going to have a lot of fresh legs out there.
You see the snow still piled on the sides on the track. Of course, weather has been an impact. School, if you don't know, is already canceled tomorrow. We have the national anthem about to start, so we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back after a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Family's future in the event something happens to you. Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
Chiropractors don't treat your symptoms. We treat the cause of your symptoms. On your first visit, we'll review your medical history and examine your vital signs, posture, strength, and reflexes. We'll also perform tests which are designed to give us insight into what may be causing your problem. The doctors at Great Day Chiropractic don't just treat adults. We also treat children of all ages.
We're located in historic Old Town Erie at 515 Briggs Street. We're open 5 days a week from Monday through Friday and the 2nd and 4th Saturdays of each month.
And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network. Once again, Brandon Bird, Carter Moak here with you as we prepare you for this first ever lacrosse matchup in the history of Erie High School and the history of St. Vrain. And a team, even though it's new, we are expecting
to go course. Yeah!
Great players from Dawson and schools around there, so I think that we're going to play really good together. We've been practicing all winter, so I feel like this is going to be a good first game.
All right. Well, we were down on the field before the game, and if you've never had the chance to meet Coach Mandia, very approachable individual, very easy to talk to. He was locked in and focused right for this game. He gets pretty intense when it comes to lacrosse, doesn't he?
He does.
So Boulder wearing their white uniforms, Erie in the orange and the orange pants. Of course, the first time that they have ever donned these, and we're excited to be a part of this Erie history with you here tonight. As I think originally we were scheduled to do a baseball game today. We wanted to catch the first ever lacrosse game. We hope to have plenty of lacrosse for you on throughout the season. And tonight is a big night, of course, in the program and the district history, certainly, as Coach Mandia down there. He's shaking hands with Coach Nick Voigt, the head coach of Boulder High School. The starters for your Erie Tigers in goal will be Tim Beach. He is committed to Delaware University. Lots, as we said, lots of talent on this Erie team. Might be their inaugural season, but there's a lot of pieces that are going to go play college lacrosse. Sage Gardner, he'll start defensively. He's going to Tampa. Aiden Abram, he's going to DU. Ben Warren, he is also starting on defense. Some of the middies. Keeler will start. That is Stone Keeler, beg your pardon. Tyler Gardner, Erie Tiger. He's the one taking the face-off here. Also starting in the midfield, and we'll get through the rest of the starters. And there goes Tyler with the winning face-off. Gets hit from behind, bounces off the turf, picks up the ground ball, and he'll cycle it in the middle. Tigers a quick change here on the sideline, getting some more offensive pieces into the game quickly. You'll notice it's a lot like hockey and a lot of offense for defensive subs. And Carter, you can tell us maybe a little bit. Only 6 players allowed in the offensive zone. That's why 3 Erie Tigers hanging back right now.
It's like you said, kind of like hockey, but at the same time, it's pretty opposite. The line changes are not as many line changes, but they still happen. Usually there's an LSM, goes down, and then when the ball gets on offense, then he gets off.
Sands walks in, plays it into the middle. A shot and the first goal ever in the history of Erie lacrosse. And I got to tell you, as much as I love these uniforms, the orange on orange numbers are always going to be a broadcast and referee killer. And I believe that was Jackson Keeler that ripples the twine first ever time for the Erie Tigers. So Jackson Keener, the senior, scoring the first ever goal. And it's already 1-0. Kind of went upstairs. Would you qualify that as an elevator shot? We're trying to get at the vernacular down here on the ETN.
I wasn't paying attention 100%, but it looked like a pretty good shot.
That ball will go wide. Erie will get to play the ball in here. Missed shot. It's the closest person to the ball that gets to keep possession for their team. Quick change here. Keener back in for the Tigers. He's the goal scorer already. Keener will zip it across for Corby Teku. Tigers really spreading the field here. Good spacing. Is that a pretty big key here in lacrosse?
Yeah, spacing and passing is a really big part of it.
Keener again stepping through the middle. Whips another shot in, and back-to-back goals for Jackson Keener, and the Tigers on top 2-0 here in the first quarter of play.
What a great start for him.
Walk us through that goal. What did you see out there that you really liked?
Their defense is not very good at getting those quick slides. We're just moving the ball around really good, and we're running our offense really well.
Gardner again will take the face-off here in the middle. Already a 2-0 lead here. 4 quarters in lacrosse. And once you're up by 7 goals, it's running clock. Gardner wins another face-off. Told me his goal win about 65% of his face-offs. That would be a really good mark for him, and already 3 for 3 here today.
Yeah, he's doing really good on that. He's causing us a lot of fast breaks.
Stone Keener with the ball. Tigers being methodical here. Now Drew Sands will come in on the change. Near side is Cam Kramer. Tigers being patient here, waiting for an opening, and that pass goes wayward, and we will see the first possession of the night here for Boulder, and the Panthers already trailing the scoreboard 2-0.
Let's see how our ride is going to do.
So first time we will see the defense in action here tonight. You can only have a certain number of long stick defensemen out in the defensive half. Explain that rule to us.
You just can't have 6 deep holes on the field when you're in possession, or when they're in possession, because it's just a little overpowering. You can only have 4.
Quick shot there, and a nice save in net that time for the Boulder goalkeeper. Ridden out of bounds. One thing I think Tiger fans will maybe be surprised at as you'll see this game go on is the physical nature that lacrosse is played with. If you've never really seen lacrosse before, it can be pretty hard hitting as that shot goes wide, but Tiger's the closest to it, so we'll keep possession here.
Cam with a good chase there. Gives us possession back.
Now Erie working it in. Far sideline now behind the net. That's Adam Bristow. First time we've called his name here tonight. Houston Irwin, a Meade High School player into the game. Of course, not this all under the banner of Erie. That is a bouncer that goes up top for a goal. So quickly 3-0 here for Erie. And what a tremendous start here in their first ever game. The bouncer up top, and I believe that was, we're getting some conflict. I thought that might have been Houston Irwin that had the shot. I think it was actually Stone Keener. So 3 Keeners in a row. It's the Keener hat trick, of course. 2 separate Keeners scoring those goals. But a timeout here from Boulder High School. If you're the Boulder coach, some things that you're going to try and talk to them to get them back into this game.
Probably just talk to the defense more. When their D does get possession of the ball, they are clearing it decently well to the midline, but their defense just isn't sliding quick enough, and they're getting really confused.
By the way, Jackson Keener, Stone Keener are cousins. We'll see a pair of Gardner brothers, and then no relation to Tyler Gardner, who we've already mentioned a couple times. I already mentioned Houston Irwin, goes to Meade High School. We saw him. Tyler Gardner, a product from our own Erie High School. A few Erie Tigers on this varsity squad, but players from all over the district. Silver Creek, Meade, Longmont, Frederick. A lot of players coming from a Dawson program that a year ago lost in the state championship to a pretty good Cheyenne Mountain team. And I know that this Erie program plays Dawson later this year. I think players already have that circled on their calendar, do they not?
They do. I would say a majority of our players that we got this year from Dawson.
So Tyler Gardner, once again, will take the face-off here. Already 3 for 3 to start this game, and the Tigers on top, 3-0. Gotta have strong wrists in the face-off circle, and Gardner gets another face-off.
He's just so fast for how big he is.
And that ball will float out of bounds so quickly. The Tigers try and transition into defense here. Really have not seen Boulder even get a shot on it, as the Tigers have dominated in possession.
That was another thing I was talking about, though, with the passing. If your passes aren't on point, it's just a turnover of possession right away.
Up the sideline. Panthers. That was Torrance McCarty that was bringing it up the sideline. Tigers, as we said, the sharp-looking unis, we are going to have a whale of a time identifying players throughout the year. The numbers are orange. The jerseys are orange. And if you ask any play-by-play announcer, they will tell you the same color number on a colored jersey is a nightmare scenario. So we are going to try and do the best we can here. That's why we struggle a little bit with the identification of that second or that third goal. But 3-0, 7:40 remaining here in the quarter. Tigers already on top. A very good start for them. Boulder, though, on the attack. That's Leo Beringer with it. Now he'll play it low. James Spillman. Circling was Dewfield. Checked. That was Ben Warren. Dislodged the ball, and then the ball will finally fall, and the ground ball is picked up from behind the Erie net. Here come the Tigers the other way, storming up the field.
Great pass from Ty there.
Tiger,
Causes a fast break now.
Tigers into the open area, but a loose ball right now. And finally, it's Erie that comes away with it. One of those long sticks. It's always nice to have. Now Sands with it. We'll get it right back. Running it here from, well, in hockey we call this the point when they're running it up top or near the midfield. What would you call that in lacrosse? Is there a special term for the area of the field?
Pretty much the exact same thing. If you're, depending on what defense you're in, if you're playing in the middle of the field, then you have point and you're hot. And then you have someone as your two, and they're the two slide, which is when you go, they have your man. And then it just keeps rotating.
Turnover for the Tigers. Back the other way go the Panthers up the floor. Or excuse me, up the, I'm used to basketball season. We just came out of it. Up the field go the Panthers.
Nice defense from AC there.
That's Aiden Clough, another Erie Tiger.
Ben with a good clear here.
Up ahead to Sands. Sands near side. That shot whipped by the head, but just a little bit high. That was
Great
Adam
shot.
Bristow that stepped into that one. A little bit of a crow hop shot there. Got some steam behind it. And that's not ever fun to get hit by a lacrosse ball, is it?
It is not fun. I don't know how those goalies do it.
Teku into the game now. We saw him check in on the near side. Tigers with the ball behind the net. That's Bristow with it. Back to Teku. Little spin off, far side, stepping around to the right, dumped in the middle, and a turnover. Panthers have it. Kramer tried to dislodge the ball, and back the other way go the Panthers. Still scoreless is Boulder, as that ball will roll all the way almost to midfield. And an over and back call. And much like basketball, you throw it back over the midline. As there's a quick goal. I mean, the Tigers just struck like lightning in an instant. Right down near the crease was Cam Kramer. And that is the fourth goal of the night for the Tigers. So 4:45. The time in that one. I think even our cameraman, Grayson Blaylock, who you'll hear a little bit later this evening, I think, even that was a little too quick for him even. He's shaking his head, yeah. So great start here for Erie. Once again, Gardner in the faceoff circle ultimately pokes it,
ball there.
and a missed ground ball by, well, at least initially by Erie, then it rolls out of bounds. They'll say last touch by Panther. So Erie on the attack again, already up 4-0 here in this first quarter with 4:26 to play. Sands has it, waiting for the cavalry to arrive. Boulder really packing in their defense. They don't want guys to get close, but Erie has done well to just knife into the gaps and score. Near side pass, that's Jeff Stone
with the ball.
Tigers being real patient here. Coach Mandia, I can hear him. He's pleased down on the sideline.
I was just about to say that.
Now a pass off to the center. Tigers look like they were ready to strike there. Being patient, especially with the lead. Kramer again, a hard shot and a nice block in at that time by the goalie, Andrew Schreiner. A good block for him, his best of the night. And now Boulder on the attack. Tigers, you can tell, playing real aggressive defense. One of the things in our preseason player meeting with a few Erie Tigers, they mentioned this defense is so good that they can take away the best player from the other team and really be aggressive on everyone else. And so you're seeing some aggressive defense here. A long shot, and that one just whistles wide as Tim Beach tried to slide to his left to make the save. We already mentioned Tim, committed to Delaware. A very good goaltender. What's it like going up against Tim in practice, ever?
Not many shots going against him. I'll say that. He's just a super mobile player for being a goalie. He's always moving. He's always talking. He's just a big leader out on the field.
Beach will play it off here. Tigers going back the other way. That's Aiden Abrams that had it for a moment, and then turnover by Erie. And we had a little glare in the booth, so took care of that. Kind of difficult to see from the booth as it's tinted glass. And we already talked about the Erie numbers. We'll have to have a talk with Coach Mandia about that. They are pretty cool, though, I must say. If I was a player, I'd be stoked. Another ground ball there for Tigers. That is a stat that we're probably not ready to keep on the broadcast, but the coaches certainly keep ground ball stats. And you see the physical play there. And actually a flag coming, and we're going to have our first penalty of the game.
Bit of a push in the back there.
And so now one thing we're going to have to get used to is the signals from the referees. What was that call ultimately?
That was definitely a push in the back right there.
So push in the back. You know how long the penalty is? Penalty times vary.
Yeah, there's a lot of different penalty times. Depending on how the hit is made, it can vary. But I think that was just a push in the back, so probably around, I think it's a minute or a minute and a half.
Tigers trying to kill off a penalty here. They are down a man, so it's a man advantage, similar to hockey, almost like what you'd see. Obviously, you can still only have 6 guys in the zone, and another penalty coming.
We play some really good man-down defense, though, which keeps us in the games a lot. If we get a penalty, our man-down D talks a lot. And like I said, with the slides, our team is just very good with that communication.
So I believe a 1-minute
releasable penalty
coming here on Aiden Abrams. So the Tigers did get the first penalty killed, but now on the kill again. Boulder trying to take advantage. Of course, always a beautiful backdrop here at Boulder High School, nestled right underneath the Flatirons and next to the most beautiful college campus in the entire nation. The University of Colorado, literally on the back doorstep here of Boulder High School. In fact, Mackey Auditorium kind of overlooking the field. Well, not quite. That's a little bit further, but not too far away from here is the back door of Mackey. Trying to knife in his way through the defense is Spillman, but the Tiger defense really putting the clamps down right here, even with a man down. Time running out in this penalty.
You can just hear our defense talking from all the way up here in the booth. It's just the difference between our defense and their defense. When we're on defense, you hear everyone talking, but when they are, that's why they're getting confused, I think. There's just no talk.
And that will end quarter number 1. So how about that? First quarter in the books in Tiger history, and it's a 4-0 lead. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back here on the Erie Tiger Network.
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it. Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you as we roll on to quarter number 2. Erie leads it 4-0. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight for the inaugural matchup for Erie High Lacrosse and lacrosse in the St. Vrain Valley School District. And speaking of the St. Vrain Valley School District, no school tomorrow, if you can believe that. They have already canceled it due to the weather forecast.
That is crazy.
Yeah, some excited. You said there was excitement on the field for the first game. Maybe a little bit of that was school tomorrow.
That was definitely a great part of it. We haven't had a snow day in a long, long time.
So
I'm glad they called it in advance too.
Tigers win another faceoff, and Tyler Gardner has been just fantastic at that. Second quarter now for Erie. Our graphics will get better throughout the season. We actually didn't know we were doing this game till today as we kind of moved our schedule around to accommodate this. So not quite ready to unveil the full broadcast, but we're still here bringing it to you live, and so we're thanking you so much for joining us here. 4-0, Tigers on top as we roll into quarter number 2. Stepping in, weaving through the defense, a nice little check there. Ball was loose, still on the carpet. And finally, a foul called on Boulder. Not a penalty call. Kind of explain the difference there. We saw a stoppage there. There was no penalty, but they awarded possession to Erie. Why? How does that work?
You can just, it's more just considered like a push, and it stops possession when the ball hits the ground, and they change the way. So if Boulder, like Boulder did, they got a push, and then we got the ball back. So it really can make a difference depending on where you're at in the game, but it's not a huge penalty or a big deal.
Turnover again. Erie loses the ball, though. Tell you what, Grayson working extra hard tonight to try and follow the path of that ball. And where it's going. Far side, that's Varick that has it, a junior here out of Boulder High School. Erie, they will face Golden soon. That will be our next broadcast. That's a matchup of 2 top 5 teams here in the state. Now stepping in off the turnover, and the shot ripples wide and goes out the back, and that will stay with Erie. We said, a missed shot. It's the player that's closest to it. Quick inbound, a bouncer, and that one just gets through the wickets. And a goal there for Adam Bristow. So
there we go, Adam.
Adam, an Erie student, getting the goal here for the Tigers. We've already seen a couple goals today from Jackson Keener. We saw a goal from Stone Keener. Where are the Keeners from?
Honestly, don't know.
Okay, well, we have that. Here we go. The Keeners Mead. All right, that's what we thought. We're just trying to make sure here. So many different schools throughout the district represented. And another win face-off for Tyler Gardner. Tyler streaking in, smelling blood, tried to score, bounced it, a good save there. And now Boulder will pick up possession. Tyler Gardner was looking for his first goal of the year. And now a penalty coming here on Erie.
The ref yeeted that flag. Threw it from like the 40 to the other 40.
I was talking to an old friend from high school. His father is actually a Pac-12 official. He's an NFL replay official. A couple years ago, he decided to, for fun in the off season, he said, instead of working out and running in the gym, I decided to ref lacrosse because so much running happens as a lacrosse ref. So why not get paid to run instead of just run at home in my basement?
Exactly.
So you have a NFL official reffing lacrosse at the state. Pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Behind the net, pass out to the near side. That's Centenio. Centino. We'll get that right. As there's a missed pass there, and well, the Tiger passing has really, I think, been the difference so far in this one. They have just been sharp in possession all game long.
Ooh.
And it's right on cue. An overthrow there, and Boulder will pick it up and play out the back. That's Schreiner, the goalie. He'll play it up. You'll see the goalies come up the field a little bit more than you would in, say, hockey or soccer.
What?
$8:22 remaining here in this second quarter. Boulder still looking for their first goal. Good defense there by Erie.
Oh, D Twigs him there.
D Twigs, who's that?
That's just like what you can say when they hit the stick out of their hand.
All right, we love that.
All right.
Got to educate us, though.
I will.
Going to use the lacrosse vernacular. Got to tell us what it's all about.
Use my 4.0 GPA.
Okay. 7:59 remaining here in this first half of play. A 5-0 lead for Erie. It is running clock at 7 goals. It's not running clock for the rest of the game. And now Coach Mandia talking with an official. The official's coming over to the scorer's table. We're trying to listen in. Not sure what exactly happened there. But it is 6-on-5, so there's a man advantage. And I believe Adam Bristow is serving that penalty. So, don't know if there were too many men on the field at one point and the Tigers got caught with that or not. Boulder still trying to find just a little bit of space, but this Tiger man-down defense has been rock solid, and they kill off another penalty. Their third tonight.
Oh, see if we can get a fast break here.
Now Erie pushing with some numbers. Now they'll slow it up here and reset here with Jackson Keener. They'll play it low for Bristow. Tigers being very patient. Working all 4 corners of the offensive side of the field. Now Sands with it. Sands looking low, plays it to the near side. That's Jeff Stone. Back to Keener.
Keener's had a great game so far.
Into the middle. Sands played off Tigers, trying to lull this defense to sleep. Now stepping in, whipping a shot high, and off the mark, but it'll stay Tiger ball here. Another shot by Keener. What do you like about Keener's game?
He's really fast, moves the ball well, makes smart shots. Most of them are pretty on point as well. That one was a little off, but he shoots really fast.
Ground ball. Picked up here for Boulder. They'll bring it back the other way. Racing up the field is Ice, and that shot will go long, and you can see Beach there quickly trying to get that ball. Almost beat the last Panther there. That's something I know that Tyler Gardner, when we talked to him, they kind of mentioned that Tim works a lot on and is really good at is getting quickly out of the net to get that possession for Erie.
Yeah, he's pretty good at everything in net, not going to lie. I mean, got to be pretty good if you're going to Delaware as a junior.
Yeah. Well, 5:31 remaining here in the first half of play. We'll take another timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Hi, I'm Maya Michelson, and you're watching Erie Tiger Network.
And welcome back in out of the timeout. It's Boulder's ball here. Just a hard rubber ball. I tell you what, it is. If you've never held a lacrosse ball, it's certainly a little heavier than I think you'd imagine it to be. And that thing is solid rubber, much like a rubber puck. It is not fun to get hit. And I played goalie in ice hockey. And when I watch the goalies in lacrosse and how few pads they have, it just boggles my mind.
Oh!
Little move there up the field. A turnover and back the other way goes Ice.
Oh, he ran back to get his ankles. Did you guys see that?
Ball's still bouncing on the field. Boulder will retain possession here. Nice little cut back there for Ice. Running into the defensive zone now for Erie. Is a player we do not have on our roster. Boulder still looking for their first goal. We are only 4 minutes left here in this first half, and so far the Tigers pitching a shutout. Ball played up the field. Keener with it. Off to Houston Irwin. Houston also a golfer. We mentioned he went to Meade, but pretty good golfer for a good, solid golf program, Meade High School. If you recognize that name, it's because his mother is Molly Irwin, the campus supervisor at Erie, and his father, former All-American football player right here at the University of Colorado, Heath Irwin. As that ball close to rolling out of bounds. Save there. Panthers still looking for their first goal. Ground ball picked up, though, by Boulder. Racing into the offensive zone. Pass down low, knocked away. Erie can't quite grab possession. Now they do. They'll go quickly into the open field.
Got a fast break going on here.
Sitting near side was Bristow. Bristow cuts in right there near that 20-yard line marker for the football field. Now Tigers will reset it. That's Irwin with it. Far side pass, stepping in, whipping a shot. And that one will go long, and that will stay with the Tigers. Oh, wait, that was Teku that we were trying to say. Who has the ball right now, who's checked into the game. Back to Keener. Keener trying to go around the defender. Tigers also without, I beg your pardon, as there's a nice save that time by Schreiner. Tigers also without one of their offensive forces in Christian Adams, unavailable due to an injury, and they're hoping he'll be back within a couple weeks. But just a solid team from front to back.
It's great to have a first-year program with this many weapons.
Yeah, certainly something that I think Coach Mandia jumped at the opportunity when he heard Erie was starting a program, and he knew the talent pool that they were pulling from. I think he's happy to be here, and the Tigers are certainly happy to have Coach Mandia roaming that sideline. Another turnover for Boulder. Just have not quite been able to keep possession in the Tigers' half of the field. Only a minute to go here in this first half of play. That's Stone Keener with it. Pirouettes, goes back to the far side. Tigers check the clock. They can milk it here a little and try and get a good look for a goal, and a timeout called by Coach Mandia. We will take another timeout. Our last one here the first half. Tigers lead at 5-0 on the Erie Tiger Network.
Have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Open up a browser and look up youtube.com/Erie Tiger Network. To subscribe, sign into YouTube and press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about ETN posts. To like the video, click the thumbs up button on the right hand side of the screen. Use the bar on the bottom of the screen to move and skip parts in the video.
And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network, as there's only 45 seconds left here in this first half. Tigers up 5-0, trying to score one more. Coach Mandia taking a timeout, trying to set something up to steal one more before the half. You're Coach Mandia down there on the sidelines. What do you think he's drawn up down there telling his players?
Pretty sure he's just going to want to get one more goal before half, knowing him. He's just going to want to get one more in the net.
So Tigers start with the ball right here near midfield. 30 yards from goal. Into the corner. That was Taylor Kamagaki. First time we have called his name tonight. Now Sands with it. Loses the ball, looking for it. Still on the ground, picked up by Boulder. And with 23 seconds left, that might have been the last chance for the Tigers to score one more before the half. Now Boulder with it. They're trying to keep possession here. Tigers have been very good defensively here tonight. As that ball is deflected, we'll stay here with Boulder. 3 seconds left. Might see a desperation shot here from the Panthers.
I think this is overall.
Shot in, and Beach with the save right at the buzzer. So the first half of play is in. It's a 5-0 lead for Erie. We'll take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Arrow keys to move 5 seconds. You can pause the video at any time by pressing the spacebar or clicking with the mouse.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis?
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so...
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
There's a beast deep inside you. It will not die.
Ooh.
It will fight back.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Click the search bar on the top right-hand corner of the screen and search up Erie Tiger Network. Click the channel icon and then press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about when we post. Click the thumbs up icon to like the video. To enter full screen mode, press the icon on the bottom right-hand corner. To skip forward or backwards 10 seconds, double tap the left or right hand side of the screen. Press the pause button in the middle of the screen to pause the video. To skip to a different video, press the skip button when the video is paused.
Hi, my name is Caleb Humble and you're watching the Erie Tiger Network.
And welcome back into the Erie Tiger Network. It's halftime here at Boulder High School. We're about 25 minutes away. I'm sure everyone I'm saying this to knows exactly where Boulder is in relation to Erie, but we're excited to be here, and really it has been all Erie. If you were to count the amount of possession that each team has had, Erie's probably had the ball for about 75% of the time. They've done a pretty good job so far. We have a new color guy with us. Unfortunately, Carter had to leave, so stepping in is Jacob Kelligan. And Jacob, first of all, what high school do you go to?
I go to Silver Creek High School.
And kind of talk us about how you heard that Erie was starting a lacrosse program and it would be the kind of the district feeder for now. And were you pretty excited when you heard that?
I've been playing lacrosse for about 7 years now, so when I heard that Erie was starting a lacrosse team for my district, I was really excited to play for it.
So obviously it's your first year, a freshman. You've come in, you see how the program is. A lot of kids have come out here in participation. What's kind of the feeling among players as this program, it's new, but it still seems like already from the get-go there's a high expectation?
Yeah, we have some really great players on this team. On JV, varsity, and L3, even though L3 has some new players, they're all adapting really well. We have some great coaches to coach them to a higher level than some other C teams. And our JV has been doing really well. A lot of them have come from other clubs before high school that they could play on, such as like Boulder Valley Lacrosse or any other ones. So a lot of people are experienced right into the get-go.
We talked a lot already about the talent on this Erie team, a lot of college players or future college players, kids that are already committed to programs across the nation. Pretty good first half out there. We saw a couple goals there. Beg your pardon, by Jackson Keener. We saw one by Stone Keener. Cam Kramer came in there with one, and there was one more in there. But ultimately, a pretty good half. I think if you're Coach Mandia, you're up 5-0 at the half. You might like to see that number a little bit higher considering how much possession they've had, how many shots they've taken. But I think overall he's pleased. But if you're Coach Mandia in the locker room right now, what are you telling your guys for the second half?
Well, knowing Coach Mandia, he'd be really happy with our team and how they're doing, passing the ball really well, clearing very well, and getting lots of shots off, even if some aren't making it. But he might want to tell them that they should be focusing a little bit more on possession with the ball and some other things such as defense, making sure they play body on the man. But otherwise, I think he's really happy with our team right now.
All right, still a few minutes before we start half number 2. We're going to step aside, take another break, and we'll be back with second half of action here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Chiropractors don't treat your symptoms. We treat the cause of your symptoms. On your first visit, we'll review your medical history and examine your vital signs, posture, strength, and reflexes. We'll also perform tests which are designed to give us insight into what may be causing your problem. The doctors at Great Day Chiropractic don't just treat adults. We also treat children of all ages.
We're located in historic Old Town Erie at 515 Brigg Street. We're open 5 days a week from Monday through Friday and the second and fourth Saturdays of each month.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Hi, I'm Maya Michelson, and you're watching Erie Tiger Network.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Tigers back to going right to left here on your screen as we are about to get you all settled in. Said Erie up 5-0 here to start the second half. I know that's not our scoreboard. That will be incorporated later this season. As quickly off the face-off, a shot by Gardner and a nice save that time by Schreiner. Gardner looking for his first career goal in a Tiger uniform. Couldn't quite squeeze it between the pipes that time. Now shuffled off. That's Sabota. He'll bring it up for the Panthers. Panthers look like they have a little more skip in their step here to start the half. Barrick has it. Ground ball. Good job picked up there by the Tigers. That was Aiden Clough. He'll bring it up the field. Pass across. A snapshot is in the back of the net, and the Tigers score quickly here to start half number 2. And a beautiful shot that was. And we'll see. Nope, just couldn't quite catch it there on the end of our replay.
I think it was by Adam Bristow, number 8.
And so Adam Bristow will score. We think, well, Aiden, though, with a nice assist. The Erie Tiger. And already 6-0 here for Erie. We mentioned goal number 7 would put running clock. Now, it's not like football where it's running clock for the rest of the game as Tyler Gardner wins another faceoff. It is running clock until it's under 7 again, if it ever is under 7 again. Tigers attacking here. Dalton Vandaloon came off. He was the Tiger that was subbed out there on the change. Tigers work it around all 4 corners here. Stone Keener will pass it off up top. Slicing through the defense. Shots deflected. Bouncer picked up behind the net by Kamagaki. Now Stone Keener with it. Up top for Teku. Nice spin move. Bouncer blocked by Schreiner. Good little move there. Quick shot, just a nice block, but Erie looks like they're getting a couple good looks here to start this half. Now back the other way goes Boulder. Ice with it. He's one of the captains here, a midi. The shot is partially blocked. Tigers will keep the shutout going, and ground ball is picked up. I didn't see any laundry on the field, but there is a penalty being called. And I believe they're going to call that penalty on Stone Keener. So he'll come out here, and it's a man advantage for the Panthers. So the Panthers on the attack. Tigers have been excellent defensively in these situations here tonight. Another ground ball picked up by an Erie defender. Up the field they go. That's Warren with it in the offensive zone, looking for help. Flays it off to the near side. Ooh. Shot is up and good. Rippled the twine. A little elevator shot up top. We'll call that top shelf. Why not? That's where Mama keeps the peanut butter. And a short-handed goal for the Tigers makes it 7-0, and we have got running clock. And I believe that was Corby Teku on the goal. And a roughing call on Boulder, James Spielman. By the way, if you get 5 penalty minutes in a game, I believe you are ejected for that remainder of the game and the next game. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, not sure anyone is in danger there for Erie, but something we'll always keep an eye on throughout the season. But 7-0, so 8:55. So when this clock rolls, we are rolling. And this has got to be the first 7-0 lead Erie has had where we haven't called a no-roper touchdown. Now Erie, another quick win off the face-off. Gardner, now he'll backpedal. Tigers still working it with a man short. So is Boulder, though, so not a man advantage for Boulder, per se. And now they will pick up a man advantage. So the penalty expires on Stone Keener. Off to Sands. Keener asking for it in the middle. Instead, they'll drop it back to Sands. Tigers collapsing in, only about 15 yards from goal now. Ball on the ground, picked up, chopped, still on the ground. And finally, the ball will roll right at midfield, and a good save there from it going over the midfield line. Sands with it again. Tigers looking for a gap. No more penalty, by the way, for Boulder. So back to 6-on-6 here in this zone. Got to keep 3 back if you're on the other side of the field, offensively for Boulder and defensively for Erie. Kind of one of the unique little wrinkles there in lacrosse. Stepping in, shot, bounces up and tickles the twine. Another goal for Erie. It is 8-0. And what'd you see out of that goal that you liked?
They had really great passing. Quick passing is a very important thing in lacrosse because if you have really quick passing, the defense can barely keep up with it. And if you pass the ball good enough, you can get it to an open man where the defense don't slide fast enough onto that attackman so that they can shoot the ball without any defense coverage on them.
So 8-0 here in the third quarter. And we were told that a 7-goal lead means running clock, but we have not seen the clock continue to run. So not sure about that. Tyler Gardner, he'll pick up the ball, race in. Gardner, that ball will sail high and out the back. Those lacrosse balls have some bounce to them. As that one might have bounced over the building, maybe over Norland Quad and into the new Ralphie pool. Well, new, maybe not for last few groups of students that have rolled through CU Boulder here, but certainly new to an old-timer like me. Now Boulder playing it in the offensive zone. That's Blackburn, the midi, with it. Now he'll play it off. Near side is Burns. Ice with it. Pirouettes in the middle, runs into an orange wall, ball on the ground. Both teams trying to scrap for it. Still free. And finally picked up by the Tigers. They'll race it up the sideline here. Tigers on the attack here. Bouncer picked up near the crease, whipped in. Couldn't quite get anything on it and will ultimately go wide and long. Tigers will keep the ball though. Tell you what, Grayson Blaylock having a whale of a time trying to keep his eye on that little lacrosse ball. There's a sheen on the field too from the lights, from the kind of the dampness of the snow that I think has made the ball at times disappear. What type of weather is, as there's a shot ripped in from the near side. Taylor Kamagaki with the goal, and the Tigers lead it 9-0. So Erie continuing to pour it on here. And Kamagaki with the goal. Kamagaki, we have heard his name before. I believe he is the starting kicker for Meade High School. So nice to see him get a goal. Now Gardner again, he's been excellent tonight. And this time the ball will be whipped out of bounds and it'll be Boulder ball. So first time Tyler has lost a face-off tonight. Very unofficial, the stat keeping here in the booth. We will continue to learn and get better as we go along here. Stepping across the crease. Ball was knocked free, still on the ground. Tigers trying to pick it up. Trying to shovel that ahead with Sands. Erie with it now, on the attack again. Really start to open things up here. Already 4 goals here in this third quarter with 4:52 remaining. And we have a penalty flag and a stoppage. No, a timeout is going to be called. We'll take a timeout. Tigers, they lead it big, 9-0 here in their inaugural game on the Erie Tiger Network.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Open up a browser and look up youtube.com/Erie Tiger Network. To subscribe, sign into YouTube and press the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications about ETN posts. To like the video, click the thumbs up button on the right hand side of the screen. Use the bar on the bottom of the screen to move and skip parts in the video. To skip forward or backwards, use the arrow keys to move 5 seconds. You can pause the video at any time by pressing the spacebar or clicking with the mouse.
And welcome back in Erie Tiger Network out of the timeout. 4:42 remaining, 9-0, Erie on top. And what a game it has been so far for the Tigers. So we mentioned the Tigers, amalgamation of a lot of players from across the district. Silver Creek and Erie, Meade. Niwot in there as well.
And Longmont.
And Longmont. Any Frederick players in there?
We might have a few, maybe one.
One Frederick player. But a 9-0 lead. Erie with the ball here. Coach Mandia called a timeout, trying to get things set up here. Take advantage and score a goal. From behind the net, Tigers lose it. Nice little move there with the ball on the carpet. Centering pass out front. Tigers cycle it around, stepping in, weaving through the defense, and it finally gets knocked out. Then almost a little fadeaway shot there will go long. Overall, though, Tigers keep possession. Now near side, that's Kramer. Another shot that just missed the net, and they'll say that the closest person to it was the goalie Schreiner, so Boulder will get the ball here. 3:44 left in this third quarter. Tigers on top, 9-0.
That was a great play by our defense. Instead of trying to grab the ball and maybe missing the ball, he decided to let it go out since it went off the Panthers last.
By the way, Brandon Bird, Jacob Kelligan here with us on the color. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a hard name to say.
Tigers again. They're willing to be real patient here with the ball in their hands. Because at this point, time is on their side. 2:50 now remaining here in the third quarter. Cut move now. Played back for Bristow. Far side shot, and another goal for the Tigers as that one zipped in there. I think that might have snuck through the 5-hole. And a goal for the Tigers, and they lead it by double digits here in their first ever game. How about this? I mean, some teams, their first game, it is a blowout in the wrong direction. Not tonight. Jackson Keener, another goal, I believe. That's the hat trick for him. Now face off. Gardner again. Just wins it cleanly. Gardner just really strong. You ever seen him? He is well put together young man. Strong wrists. Quick, and now they're telling Tyler to go in and attack. Tyler will drop it off for a teammate. That's Jeff Stone that has it. Far corner, behind the net, Tigers go. Near side now. We had Joe Nataro in there. First time we've said his name tonight. He's got the ball right now. That's Nataro. Hope I'm saying it right. I'm sure we will get proper pronunciations as we go on throughout this inaugural lacrosse season. Gardner has it. Nope, beg your pardon. That is not Gardner. And Bristow now, up top. Nice little move. Bouncer just whistles wide. And out the back, but the Tigers will keep possession. We have a player on the Tigers now. We have a roster that Tyler Gardner helped us out with that lists kind of where players are from. But we have a player that's numbered out there that is not on either the player roster here in the stadium or our roster. So I apologize if we don't know who that is. Maybe you do, number 30. We'll see if we can eventually figure that out.
Great clear by Ben Warren here. Getting the ball across the field and to the midi.
Ben Warren has had several solid clears so far tonight.
No, very much.
Taro was in there again. Now that's Houston Irwin, near side, up top for Nataro. Irwin with it. Looking in, takes a step toward the middle, whips one, and that one may have been partially deflected, but he had to let it go as time was running out. And that will end quarter number 3, but the Tigers, they lead it by double digits through 3 quarters of play. We'll take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis?
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Face-off to start period number 4, the final frame here. 12 minutes to play. A 10-0 lead for Erie. And Gardner, you see him just win it clean as a whistle right there. I'll tell you what, I bet Henry Dyer is tired of seeing Tyler Gardner tonight. He has been going against him head-to-head, and Tyler has got the better of him tonight, that is for sure. In the middle now, some newer faces. We saw Zach Tribbett in there a second ago. He'll now come off. Subbing on for Tribbett. It's another player we don't have on a roster. We'll make do as best we can here. Shot bounces over the net. And by the way, that's still Schreiner in the game there. Thought they might have changed goalies there. Schreiner still in there. Nice pass into the center and dropped right through the 5-hole. A bouncer into the back of the net. Stone Keener gets another goal. And the Keeners, the Cousins, they have been excellent tonight. You saw that feed behind the net, a centering pass kind of running down What do you call it? We call that the slot in hockey. Is there kind of a term for that area of the field?
We call it the X because behind the goal, I don't know why we call it the X, but it's called the X, and a lot of great feeds can be put through there if the top middies try to cut down through the defense and get a pass from them.
Yeah, cut through right into that slot area. Well, we'll try and ask Coach Mandia maybe what some of the spots on the field are. Hockey lingo, there's a word for everything. You figure, I don't know how many of you know this, but lacrosse is actually the national sport of Canada, invented by the Iroquois, and very popular, growing North American sport. Now stepping in to his right, dashing toward the goal, bouncing out, centering pass, ball gets away, rolling toward midfield, and the defender keeps his toes on the correct side of the field and kept the ball and poked it back. Who was that? Nice play there.
I think that was Aiden Abrams pushing the ball back.
Yeah, heady play there. As we said, we have a tough time seeing the numbers. Their orange numbers on orange jerseys was just the white outline. No doubt they're slick, but when you're an official or a play-by-play announcer, I'm part of a play-by-play announcer group on Facebook, and I'll tell you, that's the #1 complaint. Ball bounces, picked up though by Erie. Another ground ball win. They've been very good in that department here tonight. I mean, they've been good in every phase, as you might imagine when you're winning 11-0. 9:06 remaining here in this one. Centering pass, a shot ripped right into the face mask of Schreiner. The ball drops down, and tell you what, takes a brave soul to stand in that net. And especially when you're playing the Erie Tigers here tonight.
Great shot by Aiden Abrams.
And Aiden Abrams, he just ripped through the center of the field, untouched, and tickled the twine. Abrams, that was like a freight train coming from midfield.
Yeah, that one defender tried to stop him, but he went right through him.
So now a dozen goals on the board tonight. Actually, there's only 11 on the scoreboard. Don't know if we accidentally double-clicked. 11 on the in-house scoreboard. I'm almost sure that was goal number 12.
Yeah. I think someone might have been hurt, so they were checking him out before they put on the goal.
Gotcha.
Oh, the shot was by Houston Irwin, number 5.
So Houston Irwin gets the goal. I tell you what, his mama will be none too pleased that I mismarked the goal. Hey, blame the jerseys. Blame the jerseys.
It's very hard to see.
Now another face-off. Another win by Tyler Gardner. What a great start to his season here tonight from the face-off. Gardner trying to shovel it off to a teammate. And Gardner takes a little swing, and he's going to get tagged with a foul there. Took a little shot, a little extracurricular activity, and no need for that, Tyler. So, unsportsmanlike, I believe an illegal contact was called, and so Gardner getting tagged with that penalty. 7-11. Now the clock is rolling, by the way. I'll have to get clarification on those.
I think it might be in the fourth quarter is when after 7 goals it starts running.
Gotcha. And that ball bounds wide, and the Tigers keep the shutout going. How about this? Your first start in net in a Tiger uniform, and you are knocking at the door of a shutout.
Good job for Timmy Beach getting to the back of the ball, being closest so that Tigers got possession.
Now ball played off here to the near side. It's Adam Bristow with it. Tigers in maybe a little bit of burn the clock mode. Nice quick sharp passing, a long shot deflected. I think it finally bounced off the chest of Schreiner, and ultimately the Tigers pick up the ground ball. Near side pass, shot whipped in, and that one is gobbled up by Schreiner. Schreiner has been tested a lot here tonight. Sometimes though, sometimes it's tough to be a goalie when you are on the end of a blowout. On the good side, it's tough to stay sharp.
Great check.
But we have seen Beach stay sharp tonight. That was John Cousins on the check, a junior here on this team. A lot of seniors for this Tiger team. They will have a large senior day, that's for sure. Now Boulder, they're looking for their first goal. That one goes wide, and Beach was quickly off his line, and he was able to save possession for the Tigers. How about that? Timmy Beach. He has had a whale of a game. So with the last name Beach in a cool night before a snowstorm. Now Liam Meacham into the game for the Tigers. Jackson Keener still in there. Meacham has it now. Steps up, 20 yards from net. Trying to cut into the teeth of the defense. Stops, pivots, reverses field. Tigers will reset. Into the middle now. Just kind of playing catch back and forth there. Now a shot from the far side, and that ball whistles wide, but Erie will keep possession. .326 remaining here in the game. And a nice little backhanded no-look shot. Trapped it into the net, and another goal by Adam Bristow. That was saucy.
That was a really great shot by him. Anybody who plays lacrosse knows how hard those shots can really be.
We're looking here on our monitor on the replay, and oh man, that just was ripped, backhanded, right into the net. And I believe that's his third goal. 13-0 now for the Tigers. And what a dream start for this Tiger team.
Great face-off by Tyler Gardner, as always.
Tyler Gardner certainly, I mean, that's a huge piece of the lacrosse game. How many face-offs can you win? You know, I mean, you score a goal and you get possession right back. That's almost like getting a touchdown and an onside kick recovery in football. That extra possession, huge. Ball low. Tigers with it, though. Time bleeding out here. 1:44 left. Irwin was coming free backside, wanted it. Tigers couldn't quite see him. Now Irwin with it. Irwin trying to go around the defender. Tigers have bled plenty of time here on this possession. A minute remaining in this game. They have passed so sharply here. Just keep possession. .25 seconds left. Tigers up a dozen. Baker's dozen, that is. Five seconds left. And that will do it. So the Tigers burn out the last minute and a half of the clock, and they win this one 13-0 here on the road in their first ever game, and handshakes all around, hugs, and they're excited. Erie, they are 1-0, lifetime, 100% winning percentage in the history of this program, at least for today. Special thanks so much to Carter Moak, who joined us. Jacob, some final thoughts in this one. What do you think of the performance the Tigers put on tonight?
Our varsity team did very well today. They had some great passing, looking for the open man to shoot that ball. Some great dodges by our attackmen. Great clears by the defense and checks to get that ball. Also ground balls to get that ball all the way to the other side and for the offense to shoot. All in all, they played wonderfully, and hopefully they can do this in their next game.
All right, that's going to do it for us tonight. A final score one more time in this one. It's Erie 13, Boulder nothing. That's going to do it from us here at Boulder High School. For Grayson Blaylock, for Carter, and Jacob, I'm Brandon Burr. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Erie Tiger Network. We'll see you for our next broadcast. We'll have girls soccer, I believe, for you next Monday on the Erie Tiger Network. Until next time, I'll chirp at you later.